All right, so we have finally gotten this new rod. I used the code and it looks really weird. But today I'm going to be using this for money, grinding a bit, testing the rates at which you can make money in a few different zones. So, if it's actually of value or not. So first things first, this rod is a quick understanding of how you obtain it. It's a pain in the butt. Firstly, you need to unlock the underground music venue, and then on every single island, like even the small random subsections of like just rock formations, there's these little things right here. You have to go and get every single one of them, and then after you get every single one of them, you have to then get a string, which I mean, it's easy to get that, but then you have to get all that and combine it with this rod. Now, what I will say is this rod has some crazy stats. So as you see, and today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my Oni Ralphix set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this. And to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button and then hype this video, and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the Oni Ralphix giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people. Infinite lure speed, 250% luck, 0 control, so it's normal, right? Infinite resilience and infinite max kg. Now, the one thing about it, right, is if you're fishing, infinite resilience means the bar is not going to move. Like, it is not going to move at all. So the only issue is if you don't perfect catch the fish, you immediately lose it, essentially, meaning the second the bar is off of it, you're gonna lose the fish. But the only issue is, right, when you're catching it, there's stuff like that, like your bar goes down to 0.01 like that, so you're not gonna really successfully pull that. But then there's some events where it's like you get jump scared or something, or yeah, it does that, where it's like, oh my gosh, wow guys, look, I caught shiny sparkling giant Atlantean Nessies. Oh my gosh, guys, wow. Now, obviously it's fake, sadly, there's no Nessies in my account, but nonetheless, stat-wise, very good rod. As you saw, it pretty much did not move. So what we're gonna be doing is using this, testing it, average rate for money. It does have a 2x mutation, and I will be applying some enchants to it. Now, from what I can tell, on the Wikipedia, is the Silly Fun Happy Rod has the recommended enchant of Greed and Sea Prince. Now, I don't have Greed. I do have Exalted Relic, so I will be getting a Sea Overlord, but it has Sea Prince, so I'll be getting that combo that. Now, for that, obviously, we're going to be trying to get Sea Overlord real quick, so I'm going to quickly get that. Boom. Right after I pop the can of Coke. Next, we got to get Sea Prince. Even more money. Chirogenic. That would not be bad. Glittered. Nope. Now, one thing about it, though, that one, where the bar went to like super small is overclocked. Nope. Is when it does that, right? Essentially, what's happening is it's subtracting 0.29 control. So since it has normally 0 control, the default level of control your rod has is that, right? 0.3, which is 30% of the bar size. So I'm definitely not using that. So it's 30% of the bar size. So if you add in a rod like the cement rod or whatever, and you add in 0.7, it's going to be 100% or 1. So it's going to fully fill the bar. Screw it. Tenacity would actually be decent on this. So we're going Sea Overlord and Tenacity. Now, the thing though is when it does minus 0.29, since this bar has 0 control by default, it goes down to a 1% size of the fish bar. That's what makes it a bit problematic. Now, as I covered in my previous money method video, there are a few spots we're going to be taking advantage of that are very optimal. So I'm going to be grinding there. The thing is, I'm going to run, I think I'm going to run a few Auroras, right? We're going to do a few Auroras fishing there. And I'm going to be using Sweet Macro, I know of. Wink, wink, which will be at the end of this video if you want to check that out. The funny part is I don't even think it'll functionally work with this just because of how crazy it is. So we'll be testing that today. So if it works, that'll be, let's just say peak. So the first spot we're going to be fishing at is not this rock, is Castaway Cliffs. As we all know, the OG peak spot, we're going to be fishing Castaway Cliffs. Then we're going to be fishing at the second best spot, and then the third best spot, comparing the rates we've gotten from all of these. So I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to come in here. We're going to open up our macro real quick. Oh, bloom fishing. Here we are. Now, this will be a miracle. Let's see if it can work with this rod. Oh, it actually worked with it. Dang. There is one, though, I want it to pop up, really badly, where it just flashbangs the whole screen with, it completely covers it. I'm wondering if it'll be able to even do anything with that. Or where it makes the bar, super small. Oh my gosh, it's still able to balance it. Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive. All right, I'm going to pause it, and we're going to run the first Aurora. So let's just get right into it. So the next spot we're going to be fishing at is actually the pretty much next best spot. So we're going to go over there right now. So pretty peak spot, let's just say. Mushroom Swamp. We're going to go over here and fish for a good bit. Oh, that was some lag. What I will say as a quick note is if you are using this macro, as you saw, I am actually gaining a streak and have not lost it. The macro is literally like perfect catching every time. So I would honestly recommend using this macro. It's really overpowered, but with a twist, blah, blah, blah. I would recommend using Sea Overlord and Sea Prince because I was like, oh, Tenacity would be good because, you know, if you're consistently losing, you'd get the bonus and it'd be easier and all that. Realistically, Tenacity is useless. Just get Sea Overlord or Sea Prince. So just like that, that'll be more optimal. So next in the Carrot Garden, we're going to be fishing in here. Pretty good value to be made here. So going to Poppeth thy Aurora Totem once it's nighttime. And yeah, get this road on the show.
A few moments later.
All right, and we're rounding up that one. I mean, we did pretty decent progress. I can't lie. So next is the final and best spot. But as a quick note, I would honestly, not recommend using this rod. It's kind of horrible. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll be showing, the stats of revenue. I'll be showing the stats of how much I made at the end of this video. If you're gonna check that out, alongside it, once again, also at the end of the video will be the links. Might as well claim this. But yeah, so as you can tell, pretty good macro for just that. Now, the best spot in the game right now, this is going to be over at Maple Meadow. As you might have guessed it, I'll be using the optimal bait and location for this. So we're here at Maple Meadow, right? My personal favorite spot is going to be just back here, and you're going to hook around and fish in this section. Now we're also going to use the pumpkin pieces bait to increase our chances, and I'll show you the stats at the end of this video of how much money I made in total. So let's pop the first Aurora and let's get grinding.
One eternity later.
Alright, so as you can obviously see though, we did happen to get a ton of turkeys. Obviously, the, honked mutation is only 2x, so if you were to use rods like Ruinous Oath, Luminescent Oath, something like that, this macro would be absolutely insane money-wise, but I should, be hopefully, if I remember to edit it and showing you the chart right about now. But for the most part, I mean, you can get crazy value out of this macro. This rod is super fun to use. It is really simple and straightforward. Now, for the most part though, what I will say is the minigame and high resilience is what carries this rod. But once again, like I said before, macro videos should be popping up right about now. That's going to be it for this video, and thank you so much for watching.